Yeah, it's gonna cover your head in the video. I'm gonna take it off and then just add it in after the video. That way I don't have to worry about it.
Hey guys, I'm David and you're watching the Jamaican Me Mad podcast. Here I am with my boy Camar. It's
see you, big man.
What's good, big man?
I'm saying it's our second episode.
I'm saying.
So we had to catch David before he travels out.
Yes, sir.
He's gonna leave us tier.
I don't know. I'm not gonna leave, y'all. I mean, kind of, but it's not
9,000 miles and he's not leaving.
But it's not like I'm like dipping on you. You know what I'm saying? Like dipping. I'm leaving. I'm going far, but I would say I'm like leaving.
You're going all the way across the country. That's stupid far.
Yeah, but
it's like moving from England to like Spain.
Yeah,
across Europe.
Mad. It's actually crazy, like how big the United States is. Like if you think about it, the United States. It's not the complete size of Europe, but it's big.
If you take out Russia, it's bigger than Europe.
Right, yeah.
If you take out Russia, it's bigger than Europe.
Exactly.
The only reason it's not is because of Russia. Kulisevsky.
And it's like, I find it very crazy just how compact all of Europe is. Like so much culture and so much going on. Yeah, and like one little compact space.
Europe reminds me of like New York or Atlanta. Like when I go to like Atlanta, I just see like everything. It's just like, it feels weird.
Yeah, that's how, in New York, that's definitely how I feel.
I know.
Like there's everything.
I think New York more so than Atlanta because it's less stretched. Because New York is way too compact.
Dude,
it's like a can of beans.
Yes,
like,
bro.
It's kind of, honestly, no offense to any people that live in New York City, but it's kind of disgusting.
I could not live there, dude. Yeah. I could not live there.
When Ashley told me she wanted to go so bad, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I hear it all the time. Like, I have this one friend specifically, like, she loves New York. She loves it. And I'm just like, I can't. Like, it's just so compact. So many people, like all in one area, and I can't do it, bro. I honestly can't. And that's how LA is. Honestly, that's kind of how LA is. But I mean, LA is more of a like tropical. There's always something to do. It's not like a complete.
It's not like cold.
Yeah, it's not cold. It's warm. The weather's nice. Like the views are nice. Like
exactly. And you meet so many people. There's so much. I wouldn't say there's more opportunities. I say it's equal.
Yeah.
In terms of opportunity, I'd say it's equal. But it's just not as like. It's like
yeah.
LA is like when you go to LA, you don't feel. Well, I've never been, but I would imagine you don't feel as like as you would in New York. Because I know people like New York. New York. The only thing exciting about New York is the nightlife.
Yeah.
But LA, it doesn't matter what time it is. You're gonna be.
Yeah, you're gonna be. It's gonna be like something to do in LA at all times.
True, but it sucks if you ain't got no money.
Yeah.
If you're broke, LA is not for you. You got to be middle class or
you have to have some sort of money.
Or you got to be there on a temporary team.
Yeah.
Anything long term and poor is not the move, bro. It's just gangs and violence.
It's a hustle in that bitch. Like for real, because that's
weird.
Yeah, dude. Oh gosh.
Banger! Sorry, we're watching the Euros 2020, watching Sweden versus Ukraine. It's been banger versus banger. And it's so far in this first half is much better than the England-Germany game.
Yeah, so this half, the first half of this game is definitely better than the first half of the England-Germany.
I was at work watching that, and I was like, oh my God, somebody shoot me in the face, man.
Yeah, it was very inspiring. But anyways, continuing. Yeah, dude, because like, especially with the pandemic, dude, the homelessness rate over there, it's pretty bad, dude. Like, I feel like that's the one thing that has you kind of about LA is how many homeless people there are there.
If you had to guess, which one would you say is worse, England or I said England, New York? The first, New York and LA in terms of homelessness now, post pandemic.
I haven't been to New York since the pandemic. Like I haven't seen it, and it's like I didn't even think about the homelessness in LA until I told people that I wanted to go there and stuff. Right now, I think honestly it's LA, but I think when both of them are like thriving, I think it's New York.
New York, right?
Yeah, like I think it's New York. It's a lot worse.
That's what's
because like in LA, the thing about LA is it's actually LA is huge.
Huge, yeah. That's
LA is enormous. And there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of places to live. New York is not big. It's hard to find somewhere to live.
The state in itself is small. Like New York is like 1/4 of Cali.
Exactly. Like it's hard to find somewhere to stay in New York, in New York City at least. All time.
Oh, you good. Yeah, it was Jennifer boy. Oh, I was like, bro.
Shit, though.
Nah, we're good. We'll just bleep.
Alright.
But
Anyways, yeah. So homelessness, like in LA, I think right now is definitely a lot worse. I just feel it's because like you see it, just because there's so many places for like the homelessness to stay. Like you'll catch them on like I see their tents lined up on like bridges and like on sidewalks and stuff when I was there. But
I feel like
I did pretty well to avoid them. So
when you went,
yeah, like
how long were you there?
I was only there for the weekend.
Oof, that sounds way too long. I would not want to be in New York for longer than like maybe a couple hours. It's like say if you're in the MLS and you have to play in New York, not like say like as a away game. I would hate it.
No, I mean really like I wouldn't hate it either. Just because like as an adult, I wouldn't hate it visiting New York. So visiting New York is actually really fun. There's a lot of things to do. Like you visit all the spots like Times Square and stuff. It's living in New York that I could not do because the standard of living is so high.
Stupid high.
Yeah, standard of living is stupid high. You can't drive anywhere. Like nobody drives anywhere there because the traffic's so bad.
So you just walk.
Exactly, I know. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just like me. I'm a person who likes to cruise and I like to drive. I'm not gonna lie, but you can bike there. I mean, cool, I guess, but it's stupid cold at all times there. You know what I'm saying?
I imagine their summertime sucks.
Yeah, it's stupid cold, stupid cloudy. The weather there is awful, and like especially like the snow and the rain. Like, the snow there is like disgusting. It's all like polluted and shit. Same thing, kind of with the rain. I just couldn't live there. I really couldn't. And like you said, it's so compact, so nasty. Like just too many people at all times.
No disrespect.
No disrespect. Like I love
what it is.
I love the culture in New York. Not gonna lie, the culture in New York is it's great. It's funny. It's energetic. Like I love the culture there, but I just can't live there. It's not my style of living.
Yeah, I like a little bit of space.
Yeah, I like a little bit of space. But as like to visit New York, like go see Times Square. Going to Times Square was fun. Walking the streets, like going on Fifth Avenue was fun. Going to the Statue of Liberty was fun. Like seeing stuff that you had never seen before. All of that is really fun. The problem is like right now at my age, I'm still not even 18 yet. Like there's not much for me to do there. Like if I were to live there.
You're not 18?
Yeah, I'm not even 18. I turn 18 next month.
That's wild. You were born late.
Yeah.
What the fudge? You cut her hair?
Yeah. Y'all have a dog too now?
That's my dog. That's his dog.
Oh, that's your dog? Anyways, continuing. What was I saying?
You said, I forgot what you were saying.
What was I saying?
Dang, we were talking about New York.
Yeah.
I don't even want to visit. I'm good.
No,
it's just too icky for me.
No, it's fun to visit because like you can avoid the ick if you're just visiting. You can avoid it, kind of.
I feel like I'm the type of dude to get jumped by some homeless people down there.
No, it's not even that because we were worried about that actually with me and my family when they go visit. But I mean, we talked to police and stuff. We were like, no, it's good. Like we would take the bus and the subway back to our hotel in Queens. Queens is not nice either. Queens fucking sucks.
Queens sounds dangerous.
No, Queens sucks. But we would walk like maybe half a block.
You go to Brooklyn?
No.
I was like, what was Brooklyn like? I feel like that's dangerous too.
We would walk like half a block and we'd have to pass this dumpster. Shit was pretty nasty. And
what was the hotel like?
The hotel was nice.
Really?
Yeah, no, the hotel. Like it's funny. It's a nice hotel. Well, not super nice. You know the Holiday Inn, like next to the Buffalo Wild Wings.
That hotel's dope.
That's pretty. It's not like that. Yeah, it was like the best
hotel you could go to, but that's
it's not like an elite. It's not like an elite level hotel,
but it's really good for how much.
If you tell people from New York something's nice, it's like $47 million type beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's a decent hotel. Like, it definitely wasn't like sketchy or anything. It's nice.
It's top tier, but it's not elite.
Yeah. So it was nice, but it was just the middle. It was in the middle of a shady ass area. It was like in the middle of It actually reminds me of USC because campus. It's like in South Central. Campus is in South Central. So like, if you go anywhere west or south of campus, you're like in a shady ass area. Like if you go south, you're headed straight towards like Compton and Crenshaw. If you go west, you're headed towards like Long Beach. Well, not Long Beach. Like if you go south, yeah, you're headed towards like Long Beach and stuff like that. So it's a bit shady. But if you go north or east, if you go north, you're headed towards like Beverly Hills, Hollywood Boulevard, Sunset Boulevard. if you're headed west, you're headed towards like where the Dodger Stadium is at and all that. And you're headed
It's the Dodger Stadium.
yeah, you're headed to like if you go north or west, you're headed towards downtown Los Angeles. So
USC
it's not even downtown.
USC actually is in LA.
No, USC is in Los Angeles.
It is. I thought it was in what you call it. I thought UCLA was in LA and then USC was like somewhere. So that is a big.
No, UCLA is in the heart of Los Angeles. Like if you look at Los Angeles on a map,
UCLA's dead center.
no, USC is that.
USC is that.
Yeah, because like if you look at Los Angeles, like if you look on a map right now on your phone and you zoom into the words Los Angeles, USC campus pops up. Like I kind of want to go ahead and show you mine as well.
So what was the big decision while you're looking at it? What was the big like head turner for USC, so to speak, for lack of a better term? That's a banger.
Oh my gosh! No. Oh, okay. All right, hold on. I kind of because that's a really good question, and I really want to get to it. But like, I want to show you this first before I forget. Because like, look, see, there's the word. So you scroll, and then where is it? I went to that mall, pretty sure. So Tokyo. Where is it?
Look his face.
There's Dodger Stadium. Where is it? Downtown. Or I lost. I guess. Oh, look, here it is. There's campus. So it's like basically in the heart of Los Angeles, like where.
For all those listening, just Google search
Los
Google
Angeles.
Maps, Los Angeles, and continue to hit the Zoom plus.
That's it.
Yeah, and you'll run into campus. So it's like
Damn.
it's in like Los Angeles. So like I said, if you head like north or west, you're heading towards like Dodger Stadium, Hollywood Boulevard, Sunset Boulevard, Beverly Hills. And so UCLA is in Beverly Hills.
That's in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, it's
Sounds bougie.
Dude, it is, bro.
I would hate that.
Bro, we got to Beverly Hills and I didn't know how to act. Like I was like, dude, it felt so not me.
Especially since I'm not really on the drip game thing. So
That's what I'm saying. Neither am I, bro. We were walking. Bro, y'all should have seen my fit walking down Rodeo Drive. Like, that shit was no drip. That shit was zero drip.
I would have been looking so.
My fit down Rodeo Drive was awful, bro. Like, I wasn't planning on going to Beverly Hills, though, or Rodeo Drive while we were there, so I didn't really pack for it. But, dude, you should have seen it. It was kind of bad, low-key. I wanted to go to Santa Monica and get to know Santa Monica, but didn't. So, you know, it was... I'm still excited though. But going back to your earlier question about like what was the head turner and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
there was a lot of reasons. So first, the primary reason was definitely the financial. So they're helping me out the most. They gave me the most in grants and scholarships. So I'm paying around 3.8 next year in total for the year.
For both semesters.
Yeah, for both semesters. Exactly.
Especially considering it's like a D1 school, that's chump change.
Exactly. And so compared to the 10, 12, 14, 16 that I was going to pay here, either going to Tech or UGA.
If you're lucky enough to get through all 4 years of that, that's like what? 3.8,
2.8 times
6,
4. That's like
7.6.
just under
15
16
million. That's
Yeah.
like 15, 16 million for 4 years. That's
15, 16,000. Relax. Not
well, I'm at 7 million.
yeah, 15,
But still, that's chump change compared to what most people end up with. That's
Exactly.
ridiculous.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to graduate debt free. So that would be great if I graduate. Well, I might graduate with a small amount of debt because like a subsidized loan is included in my package.
Yeah.
But there's no interest.
Yeah, there's no interest, so it's always going to be the same.
Yeah, so that like it's stuff that I think I'll be able to take care of once I get my own job and stuff, you know. So there's that, and first of all, it was definitely the financial. Second of all, it was kind of like I kind of just wanted to like something new. So like, and no disrespect, nothing. I don't mean it in any like arrogant, because some people like think that it comes off as an arrogant way.
Say you want something
So like,
new.
yeah. Because I didn't want to stay in Georgia.
That doesn't make any sense. How's that arrogant?
People just thought that some people think that I feel like I'm above like schools here in Georgia, which I'm not, because like there's great programs at UGA and Tech, like both of those are great
Man,
schools.
want to go to USC. You like to go to USC.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like,
decision. He's
Yeah.
got to pay for it.
but,
It's not like it's free.
yeah, so it was just like, I don't mean it in any disrespect to people going to UGA or Tech. Both are great schools, you know. UGA was my boyhood school. Like, it was a dream to the fact that I got in.
Really?
Yeah, like I was so excited when I got in. I was so excited when I got into UGA because like that was just the school that that basically when I was little, I've always wanted to go to, right? But the opportunity presented itself where I could go to somewhere better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's just how it is. And really what USC beat over UGA was one is in LA and one is in Athens. So, like, I love Athens.
Is dead.
No, I personally love the city of Athens.
Is
I love the nightlife. It's fun, you know. It's very local. It's very, like...
You can't compare Athens to LA.
But exactly.
Athens is dead.
You can't compare Athens to Los Angeles. You know, like, Los Angeles, you can go hit up the beach, 20 minutes from campus. You hit up the beach at like 7:30, surf for a little bit, get your tan in, and then go to your 9 a.m. class. You know,
I'm tan for life, so it's cool. I don't really need that.
I don't really need a tan, but I'm just saying for other people who do, like, there's just a lot to do in Los Angeles, like, all the time. There's just all the time there's something to do there, and the connections too. It's also like the connections, the job opportunities. As soon as you graduate school,
broadcasting connections you'll have over there.
Exactly.
The opportunities you'll get just to run into people would be nice.
Exactly. Like the opportunities like you have. I mean, first of all, like Hollywood is like 20 minutes away. That's first. Second of all, you have like companies like Tesla that are big.
Yeah,
Google,
like Tesla's
Apple.
There's a lot of companies based right there.
Exactly. Like just so much opportunity there.
Some of them might move.
Compared to Athens, where it's like, there's a lot of stuff in Atlanta, which we'll get into in a second a little bit.
I was gonna say Athens isn't even the best city in Georgia.
Yeah. So it's like compared to, you just can't compare the opportunities and stuff in the cities.
So and then it was definitely a very intelligent decision.
Yeah, and then
to say the least.
Yeah, with tech, to be completely honest with you, I didn't really consider tech as an option until maybe, when was their application due? Their application was due sometime late August. I think first week of September or late August. Their application was due for early action at least. And I really genuinely was not considering that school as an option because I don't know. I always looked at tech, and I just didn't like it. It felt almost like very like too competitive of a school for me.
Oh, really? Georgia Tech's not Atlanta, but Georgia Tech looks dry too.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Dry. Too competitive, too dry, like not fun enough.
And no disrespect, but just too boring. It just seems like everybody's not stuck up, but just like bland.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly how I
start talking even like math equations and that. Like I'm trying to have a chill combo, not sit here and talk about school all day.
Yeah, that's exactly why. And now looking back on it, tech has kind of grown on me since the decisions process, and really since I've accepted my admission into USC. Like had I not gone into USC, like looking back on it, I definitely would have gone to tech. Just because I don't know, I've kind of been more appreciative of where I live in Atlanta and like the hometown and all my friends and all my family. Because I know I'm going to leave soon. But
I think that's just more like early homesickness than anything else. I feel like once you get to LA and you're there for the first month, you're like, screw that.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I'll see you in a few months.
I'm just appreciating everything that I have now. Like I said, I would have definitely gone to tech had I not gone into USC, but you know, it's also kind of hard to compare. I mean, Atlanta is a really nice city and it's cool.
Oh my god!
But I like it. It's a nice city. But you can't really compare. I still don't think you can compare Atlanta to LA. Like you just
you don't have to quit. No, Atlanta and LA are the same.
Yeah, like
Atlanta's definitely higher.
They're just not. So, but it was. I mean, it definitely wasn't an easy decision. But I mean, I think I made the right one, and I'm very happy with it. I'm very confident in it too.
Yeah, I would imagine.
You know. I already love some of the people there at the school.
Can you like wait? It's just gonna be really. I know. Can you wait like 30 minutes?
Off right now.
You don't have the weekend though. I'm just saying. Can you like wait? I'm just saying. Can you like wait just a few minutes? It's just too loud. Yeah. Well, just put it in there, and then I'll add this up and turn it on. It's just loud. She looks so weird hairless. She's not meant to be hairless. She looks sus.
She looks like she's being tortured. Poor thing.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I actually used to have that.
The big Joe?
Yeah, in my old house.
Too many people with sad. It's kind of deformed. Like it would be shaved.
I used to sit in it.
It's too heavy on the ball.
To game. Yeah, it's just it kind of just eventually it just wears out, and then it's not comfortable anymore.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it back to where it was because when I first got it, I was like, "Raw, this is the best thing I've ever had." And then everyone started sitting in it, and I was all weird shape. The beads are misplaced. Should tell them they weren't allowed.
But,
are you gonna ball at school?
well, that's what I'm trying to see. I'm trying to figure out because they don't have a varsity. They don't have a varsity team.
They don't?
They don't have a varsity team.
How do they not have a varsity team?
Wow.
Pac-10 doesn't have a thing.
They do. Or what's the Pac-12?
I don't know why I keep saying Pac-10.
Well, they do.
That's like
They
old
do
school.
because their girls have a varsity team.
I know, but the men don't have a division.
Yeah, the men. I think it has to do something with. I forgot what title it was. Title 11, Title 9, some shit. Title 12, some shit to do with the even amount of girls and like men's and women's teams at a school.
That's stupid.
And so I guess
I mean, no disrespect to the females, but
like to make up, I guess for the fact that there's no women's football team, I guess there's no men's soccer team. I think
is that why so many schools don't have them? Because there's a lot of big schools.
No, it has to do. It definitely has to do with that because there has to be the same amount of women's teams as there do men's teams. Like that's the thing.
So dumb.
That's a federal law. I know that for sure.
That's so dumb.
No, I think it's pretty dumb too.
I don't think because you're denying the men an opportunity to compete because there's only so many big schools. Like the only Pac-12 school that I can think of that has a good program that's legit and big is Stanford. That's it. I can't think of any other Pac-12 team. Oh, maybe I don't even know if UCLA has a program. Actually, I know they have a basketball. I don't know if they have a soccer.
Yeah, because
Georgia doesn't.
Yeah, because Stanford. I know. Okay, Stanford. I'm pretty sure Cal does have a varsity team. Also, it's like Stanford, Cal, and I think that's it. Really,
That might be it, which is disappointing.
Exactly, because there's good ball over there in California.
Yeah, no.
There's really good ball over there. So it's like it kind of sucks. They do have a really like a club team, and the club team does get to play at the Coliseum. So it's fun. I think it'd be cool. I might try out. I just kind of have to stay in the rhythm, kind of.
What do you mean, like a school rhythm, or like?
No, like I gotta
training.
I gotta keep training. It's the thing. So it's
like
like
keeps.
Yeah. So it's like I'll have to see because it'd be a lot of work, and it's not that I shy away from hard work. It's just like, do I really want to play? It's like, do I really want to play that much? Like, I played all 4 years of high school, and I enjoy playing. I really do.
But you don't love it as much as you used to.
Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love it as much as I used to, and I don't love it enough to put in so much effort to play for a club team and to pay to play. Like
you have to pay to play.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Exactly.
You're moving nuts.
Exactly.
I'd just rather have like some team in the MLS come sign me or something like that.
Or like play at a local Sunday league. I'd definitely be willing to do stuff like that. Like find me a Sunday league team or something and play on the weekend. Like that'd be super fun. I would have a lot of fun.
It's a little dangerous.
Oh yeah. I mean, shit gets down there. Like it's already down there.
There's no like insurance.
Yeah, but it's like I think that'd be fun, and I want to still play like on a Sunday league team, but playing on a club team, like looking at it, I don't know
if it's expensive, it's not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. Like how hard, because I'm gonna just to even make the team and to stay on the team and to have a starting spot, it's gonna take a lot of hard work, like a lot of hard work, on top of the hard work that I am already putting in, or I'm already gonna be putting in school, and to say that I can do it. Like
it's not really that you can. It's just more about as an adult, you have to prioritize. So you have to look at. I guess that's kind of corny, but like your wants and needs. What's more valuable?
Right.
And if it's not on like an actual NCAA Division I level, then it's not as valuable as if you were at Stanford and you were playing in like the NCAA tournament and stuff like that. Like that's something to put everything into and invest into because that could lead to like being drafted, being noticed by say somebody in Mexico or something like that. But if you're just playing on a cup team, I thought that was awful. You might not really get that exposure that you're looking for. So there's no point in investing your all into something that's not going to produce.
Exactly.
You invest some into it and hope that it's kind of just like doing like. I mean, I'm no professional, but it's kind of like just stocks. Like if you don't think it's going to like soar, you're not going to like invest your whole savings account into it. But if you see Steve Jobs in like 1989, you're like, maybe I should invest in Apple.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like that approach. But people like to just like to jump on stuff. Like, you shouldn't do that. How do you know? Or how you
it's like
can't tell me how to live my life.
Yeah. Like I don't. It's like I just like I still enjoy the game, and I still do love it. I just don't know if I love it that much to want to play for a club team and play that competitively. Like just put in so much work just to play competitively, but not really get anything out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I want to do something just for a hobby, just for the love of it, like I'm good just finding a Sunday League team, like a competitive Sunday League team. And Sunday League gets pretty competitive. I mean, it gets pretty competitive here in this town. So I can only imagine how competitive it gets in Los Angeles.
Though. They play dirty.
We'll see. We'll see what happens though.
I don't know about Cali. I'm just talking about here. People be playing dirty sometimes here.
No,
For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Dangerously dirty. Like 2-foot tackles and that. Like, hey.
So
They don't even care.
So like Tadmore, bro, do not step in Tadmore. Hell no.
I've always wanted to go, but I never have.
No, bro. If you're concerned about like dirty plays, don't go to Tadmore.
Because that's all it is.
Basically, like
See, I've always wanted to go to, like, what you call it? What's the name of it? Silverbacks? That's a dry.
yeah, dude. I've actually never played there.
And then you have to actually pay to play. I was like, I'm paying to drive down here just to pay $11 to play. I'm like, I'm not doing that. It's not even an investment. Like, and what if I only play like 2 games?
Right. I didn't even know
That's
you had to pay to
stupid.
play over there.
I don't know if that's all the time, but my friend said he pays like $11 to play. I was like, per person? That's mad. It's a waste of money.
Yeah.
You stupid.
I have always wanted to play there though, but
Just because everyone says it's like a high level.
I don't know if it's a high level, but I just think it'd be kind of fun playing on that field. Like I think it'd be fun playing on that field, but I wouldn't say it's high level.
That's what I heard, but I don't know.
I hear it's all right. I mean, they're good players. It depends what kind of league you play in. So I mean, there's some leagues that are actually pretty high level. There's others that aren't so much. So it really just depends. It really just depends. But yeah, as far as going back to playing over there, the answer used to be yes, I am, but now I honestly don't know.
So you're just kind of on pause for the time being until you figure things out.
Basically, when it comes to
That at least.
when it comes to ball, yeah.
So what are you going for? What's the thing? So
Computer science and computer engineering. So yeah, that.
in a more specific realm, what exactly are you going for?
Um,
Like obviously computer science, computer engineering, but like what's your? If you had to like put this as like, this is what I want to obtain, so to speak. Like this is the end level. What would it be?
So as far as like a long term, like kind of career goal type thing.
Yeah.
So basically, like a long term kind of career goal, what I'm hoping for, is either be like a high level manager, like at a nice company. So like let's say like at a Tesla or at a Disney or either a high level manager at a good business place or like basically like a team leader. That would be leading a team would probably be like my main goal, whether it be at a company or starting my own like small scale tech company, somewhere where like there needs to be tech development. You know? Like this is more like a life goal. I kind of want to move to Texas after I graduate, like maybe a couple years.
Well, finish before I ask like Texas.
Yeah, so like kind of maybe starting something out there and kind of just developing like a tech hub over there would also be really cool.
Do you feel like there's a market out there, or you just really like Texas?
Both. I feel like there is a market out there. There's always a market for technology. Like no matter where you go,
technology development.
Yeah, there's always going to be a market for technology. Always, always, always. And so, and even if there's not, there's always an opportunity to create a market. So starting something out there, really, like it's almost as if like when you're starting a business, wherever there is no technology, that is your market. You know,
So you feel like Texas is dry?
I don't feel like Texas is dry. I wouldn't say that either. I'm just saying like Texas isn't. No,
dry.
it's just like Texas. I wouldn't, but it's just like let's say a city like Austin. It's just when it comes to like technology, it's not as technologically like advanced or like
As
imposed
like
as like Los Angeles or as New York, stuff like that. Atlanta, exactly. So
You could even go. Well, I wouldn't say Houston, maybe.
Houston's hot.
Dallas. I'm trying to think of other big cities that's not Austin and Texas.
San Antonio.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
that's
also-
where you should really go.
Dude, I'm here. Yeah,
You can boost up San Antonio.
I'm thinking-
you're gonna be making big bucks.
I'm thinking also San Antonio too. I hear so many good things about San Antonio.
Yeah, because all they got is Spurs.
Side of the Spurs, they have nothing.
No, I'll never. I think I'm going to be a Hawks fan for life. Actually,
Hey, the Hawks are doing well.
they're doing well this playoffs.
Even if we lose the rest of this series.
I think they might have just earned. They might have just earned like a lifelong fan, no matter where I move. Like even I know for sure in LA, I'm still definitely going to be a Hawks fan because fuck the Lakers and fuck the Clippers. Like
Right?
both of them are so annoying to me.
Yeah. All Lakers fans are shallow.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be a Dodgers fan though.
Especially if you weren't born in LA.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be a Dodgers fan though. Are you taking shots at Eric?
Who? Is he a Lakers fan? I'm rotted. What a strike.
Sorry.
Well, they already know we're watching the game. Ukraine almost just scored. They hit the post, and that was nasty. Is that Andrei Shevchenko?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure? That looks just like him.
Nah,
If he is the manager, that's bad.
but that was a good strike.
That was a really good strike. Oh, that's bending in.
I know, but
Dang, unlucky.
I was like, continue. What was I saying?
We're talking about the Hawks and LA Lakers.
Oh yeah. He's a Lakers fan.
No, he's not.
He is. Deadass, he's a Lakers fan.
Whoa, they are boxing. What's going on?
He's actually like a Lakers fan. But he's from
I don't
New
know
York.
if he's LA. Well, he is from LA though. Not LA, but he's from Cali. Like,
Is he
I
from
don't know if
Cali?
he
Or
was
from
born.
New York?
I don't know.
Because
He's got a little bit of both, but he goes to Cali a lot, so I'll give him
Yeah,
that.
that I know.
But I have
know
another
he has family
friend. I have another friend named Darren, and he loves the Lakers. Oh, we all know Darren, but Darren loves the Lakers. But I don't even know if the last time he's been to Cali. Like, he hasn't been to Cali in forever, if he's ever been. I don't know. He just probably likes the Lakers because
Oh,
Kobe.
that's a great ball.
That's a terrible finish.
Oh,
Why did he put it on his right foot?
I don't think he has a left.
Sorry. Huh? No, he's left-footed. That's what I was trying to figure out why he put it on his right. He should just beat the man. Look at all that space on the wing.
Forsberg is left-footed?
Yeah, he's left-footed.
Are you sure? Look at him. There's no way he is.
I'm almost 100% sure.
No, dude. If
I'm on my mom's life, he's left-footed.
Bro,
sorry,
I'm definitely not putting that. I'm definitely not putting
No,
that.
I'm just kidding.
No.
She passes, I'm sorry, Mom. Agree like that.
If I'm left-footed, I promise you, I'm never putting that on my right foot.
That's why I was figuring out if he just wanted to bend it back post, but I'm pretty sure he's left-footed. Because I play with Leipzig a lot on FIFA, and I'm pretty sure he's left-footed. FIFA's trash, by the way. EA, step up, man.
It is.
But if y'all want to sponsor us, I was like, yo, I was back.
Oh my gosh, we keep getting sidetracked though.
It's okay.
Okay, yeah. So I just don't like any of the LA teams. I am gonna be a Dodgers fan though.
Really?
Yeah,
I just don't like baseball. Baseball's dead.
Look,
Have you ever watched baseball? Well, obviously, but like, have you ever gone in person and watched baseball?
I've gone to a Gwinnett Braves game.
Oh, same. Dead.
Dude,
Dead.
bro,
There was runs scored, and I was like, oh, I hate my life.
I remember the Gwinnett Braves game that we went to. We got absolutely demolished, like 10 runs to 2 or something like that.
I think there were like 5 or 6 runs scored. I was uninterested. As soon as the 7th inning hit, we left. I was only there for like 4 innings. It was just dead. Baseball's just.
I feel like you should either. There's no way you can stay for a whole baseball game unless it's a playoff baseball game. You either go from the start or you get there late. In my opinion, like there's nothing. I don't think there's anything more boring than like a scoreless baseball game through like 4 or 5 innings. Like I think I'd shoot myself.
No, he's right-footed, left wing. Apparently, I've always done it with left-footed, so maybe that's changed, or I just misunderstood based on his position. Still, he still should have put that on his left.
Baseball, playoff baseball.
Playing baseball is extremely fun.
I enjoy playoff baseball. I
enjoy playing. I don't enjoy watching any baseball. Baseball is not for me. That's America's pastime. It's just not pass.
Playoff baseball is pretty fun to watch, like the World Series and stuff, and the ALCS, the NLCS.
Oh, what a ball!
It's super fun to watch.
Playoff baseball.
Yeah, but like I feel like I wouldn't watch like a regular season game like on my phone or like on TV. I would only go in person, but like as a pastime, kind of like a fun thing to do, like just in general, like with a friend or something, or like go on a date there. But,
yeah, I can see that. That's fine.
But
playoff basketball is better.
Oh yeah, no playoff basketball.
Playoff basketball is exciting.
Dude, playoff basketball.
Semis.
Playoff basketball is what, like, maybe I think top 5.
At least this year. This year, playoff basketball is straight bangers, all 10s.
Dude, yes, bro. Playoff basketball. No, I think playoff basketball for me never really disappoints. Even in the bubble, it's just it
wasn't really the bubble for me. It was just that seeing the same team wins lame. Like, I liked it when, like, there was, like, I could be wrong on this, but I remember before LeBron went to the Heat, when, like, the Spurs would win one year, then you had the Celtics. Then you had somebody else, and then you had, like, the Celtics win, like, a 2-peat. Yeah, and then when LeBron finally went to the Heat, you had the Mavericks upset the Heat. Then you had the Heat win for, like, 2 years. Then you had somebody else win. The Spurs, Spurs. Isaac, fam, what are you doing?
Was he off? No, Flag stayed down, I think.
Oh my God! Sub yourself off. He was outside. Even still, you get paid for that. Yo, if I did that LSA, I'd be getting dogged. Yeah. People in games have no respect.
But continuing, like,
but yeah.
No, playoff basketball definitely is a lot better than playoff baseball, in my opinion. It just isn't. For me, it never really disappoints. It never disappoints.
The most exciting American sport to me is college football, for sure. 110%.
Sure. For me,
it's more exciting than any other sport. Like NFL, get out my face.
For me, it goes college football, NBA basketball, college basketball.
Oh, really? You put NBA over college?
Yeah, basketball, yes, because the level of quality in college basketball really gets on my nerves.
Well, with like the back and forth constantly, it's like a pinball machine.
Yes, dude.
That's what I like. Though it's so exciting.
It's fun. Like, it's fun to watch. Like, it's so fun to watch.
You know, it's just
and like the passion of like watching your school and stuff. Like, it's super fun to watch, but you also have to balance, you know, like the level of quality and stuff. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, would you rather watch? It's
kind of like the Premier League.
It's kind of like
that's way unrelated, but like the Premier League, because like when you watch Champions League football, Champions League football is low key dead.
It's like, oh, would you rather pay to watch the two funniest drunk uncles fight, or would you rather watch two really good up and coming amateur boxers? You know what I'm saying? It's up for interpretation.
It depends on who's going to sleep. If there's both knockouts and I'm watching,
it's that kind of thing where it's like you also have to take into the account the level of quality. Like, your two funny drunk uncles, that's going to be a shit fight. Like, it's going to be an awful fight to watch.
True.
But two up and coming.
What are you looking for? Are you looking for entertainment or competition? You have to take that into account.
That's what I'm saying. But some people like me, I think competition is part of the entertainment.
True. I agree with that. How do you feel about transgender? I just thought about it because I had that on my on another channel. Kendra Thoughts, go check it out. But we were talking about transgender men. So like a man becoming a woman and competing with women. Wrong, right?
Yeah,
under 10%, right?
That's awful.
I thought I was crazy. No, I was like, that's completely wrong.
Who told you that was awful, though?
Huh?
Who told you that? I mean, no. Who told you that?
Well, Juan he didn't say it was okay, but he was kind of like, he was kind of just like he just leaves it alone. He was like, trying to be passive, and I was like, you can't be. We're built different. And they're like, oh, and then we went out to dinner the other day.
But it's because imagine Juan stepping into the fucking lingerie league, dog. You know what I'm saying? Or like, imagine
Juan joining the WNBA.
Exactly, dog.
Like, look how big Juan. He's like 6'3". Like,
not even WNBA, because I mean he's not a hooper like that. But like, let's say his high school team. Let's say he joins the girls' high school team.
He's gonna be dogging everybody. He's gonna be dunking off of.
Like, that's not.
Well, I don't know if Juan can dunk. I don't know if he has hot.
It's really not fair.
Like, he's gonna dog the game. Even if he's taking estrogen, if he's already gone through puberty, he's still gonna have like masculine features. Like, he's a man. No disrespect. Like, physically, he's built like a man. Like, in literal terms. So you can't.
He's built like a male. Like, there's no debate for it. Like,
like there's no like
a male.
Even if he wants to become a woman, he's built as a male biologically. Mm-hmm. And although he's in transition, it's like you can't take those physical advantages away. It's like that's like starting with a 30-40% head start. Even if the skill differential is there, the differential has to be so high. Like, if you're physically superior to your opponent. The skill differential has to get to a certain level before you can even get to even. They're starting at a higher advantage because even if they're not as skillful, if they're stronger, faster, and built more tough, for lack of a better word, then they're going to, like, no matter what sport it is, they're going to have a huge advantage. Especially in sports like powerlifting.
Yes, like powerlifting,
fighting, anything that takes real force and power.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, example A. Look, so here's the first example of lack of, like, fairness. Right? There's a, I don't know if you've seen this. I mean, it's like pretty widespread knowledge now. Basically, like a guy, like, transferred or turned into, or
transition.
You transitioned. My fault. Transitioned into a girl, right? He transitioned into a girl, and was a wrestler. Transitioned into a girl and won back-to-back Texas state titles as a girl, and then transitioned.
Texas. I don't know. Texas people are built different.
Exactly.
So their men are built like, their women are built like men. No disrespect, but like everything's big in Texas.
Everything's big. Literally everything
is big in Texas.
Everything is bigger in Texas.
But still,
in every sense of the word, everything is bigger in Texas.
I don't know what he's referring to, but that's him.
Anyways.
But still, like, that's just dumb. Like, there's a girl that's going to the Olympics. Her name now is Laurel Hubbard, but before he was Gavin Hubbard, and he transitioned to Laurel, and he's competing as a woman, or they are now competing as a.
She is now competing as a woman.
Well, I said they because I'm trying to get both sides. You know what I mean? Because I got to refer to them as I know I got to refer to them as both Laurel and Gavin for this point. But Gavin transitioned to Laurel. Laurel's competing as a woman in powerlifting, and that's wrong.
And powerlifting?
In powerlifting. And she's breaking records. And then all the girls that she's competing against is like, what am I doing? Like, what are we doing?
Right.
That's not right. And who's right mind? And people are like, well, what are they going to do? They can't let them not compete. The governing bodies have to make a new division for them. If they have to give them time to sort that out, then they have to give them time to sort that out. But you can't have at the professional level a man that's transitioned into being a woman competing with women. That's too much of a physical advantage. That's like taking LeBron James and putting him in the WNBA when he was in high school. Just say, like, when he just came out of high school. Even
high
just
school
coming out of high school, he would be dunking on Brittany Griner for weeks. He'd be hitting her with windmills. Like, especially with the ball being so small. Could you imagine Trae Young in the WNBA would be murder. Look how quick he is compared to the WNBA. No disrespect to the ladies in the WNBA. But men have physical advantages that women don't have. We're built different.
And it's not an attack on women. It's not an attack on women. It's not an attack on transgender women. It's not an exclusiveness thing. It's fairness. It's a question of fairness towards actual women.
And true competition.
True, like, it's a matter of fairness and competition and fairness to biological women who are born women and who have been competing in the sport their entire life as women. You know what I'm saying? Who don't have a clear physical advantage. Like, there's no debate.
They don't have any advantage.
Yeah,
they're at a complete disadvantage.
That's what I mean. Like, it's like they shouldn't be competing against somebody who has a clear physical advantage.
Yeah.
It's like there's no debating. Like, I don't see how anybody can debate that there's not a clear physical advantage. Like, I already said, the 2 Texas State rings. Another thing, like, me and my friend were talking about it the other day. And he's a track and cross country runner. Literally, he's like this past year he was like 6-7 man on the cross country team. If he transitions into a girl, he wins the state title every year
by a stretch.
Exactly.
There's dudes that have transitioned and broke records in powerlifting and track and stuff like that. There was one dude. Oh, she's pulling on the mic. That's mad. There's one dude that became a woman and started competing in amateur MMA and broke a woman's face. Shattered both of her orbital bones in one fight. I'm sorry, that's not funny, but it's like, at what point do we take the equality thing too far? Like, I'm not challenging equality because human rights are human rights. But at what point is it too far? Because at this point, the spectrum is getting so diluted that we're taking equality and just making it.
We're just making it like
We're
an
stretching
excuse
the
for
we're stretching the real true meaning of equality. It's no longer about being equal because some of these guys genuinely feel like they're a woman and want to become women. Fair play. Some of these dudes are literally just using this advantage and as a way to become whatever they couldn't be as a man. And I mean, that's weak for one. And two, it's like we're allowing it to happen and we're continuously giving people excuses. Like at some point we gotta start giving people the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I'm not trying to like be that guy, but it's like we can't keep pushing the spectrum further and further. At some point there's got to be a stopping point. Like these people are getting away with murder at this point. He could have killed that girl on one fight. He could have ended her life. He broke both of her cheekbones. Like, could you imagine a man smashing your cheekbones as a lady? Husbands, could you imagine your wife getting her face smashed? Or as a guy, could you imagine you wearing a wig and then smashing a girl's face? And I'm not saying that's what they were intending to do or that's what that guy / girl was intending to do, but that's what occurred. And if he was competing with his biological sex, then that wouldn't have happened. Story. That wouldn't have happened. I just don't think that he would have overpowered a man like that. I mean, I could be wrong. For all I know, he's the Hulk. You know what I'm saying? I'm speculating here. I'm what is it called? Chair quarterbacking or whatever. It's like this weird saying, but I'm speculating. But I just don't see another man smashing another man. Like I've seen Ngannou knock people out cold. He's massive, but I've never seen him break a guy's face.
And that's one of the arguments that like. There's always some sort of impressive like woman or like she didn't get her face smashed in by that dude. Could have gone her face smashed in with the woman. What's the difference? The difference is that it was something completely avoidable, and like I said, it's a lack of fairness. Like if another biological woman smashes that woman's face in, that's fair play because
Ronda Rousey, Amanda Nunes.
Yeah, both.
Amanda Nunes hits like a man. She put Ronda Rousey out on her feet. That's fair.
It's fair.
Now, Henry Cejudo knocking out Ronda Rousey is not fair. And Henry Cejudo would light her up like a Christmas tree.
So it's like, it's just a question of fairness. And then another argument that I saw, because you know how like all the activist pages have been posting about letting girls compete, at least in amateur sports.
With men?
Yeah.
You mad?
No. With letting the men compete with the women, like
y'all are wild.
And in high school and stuff like that.
Y'all are wild now. Y'all need to
I saw a whole post about it. Like a girl actually.
Are you serious?
I'm being dead serious.
Y'all need to stop.
They made like a whole slide, like Instagram, like slideshow post about it, and I was like, no. And one of the main arguments that they made was their livelihood. That it's amateur sports. It's just high school sports. It's not somebody's livelihood. Does that make sense? No, the problem is that some people don't realize that it actually is. Like, you look at, like, Sha'Carri Richardson. Like, track is her livelihood. That is how she's getting paid. That is how she made it out of her high school. That's how she made it into a school with the full ride. And that's how she's in the Olympics and getting her money's worth. It's through track and field. Like, you are messing with somebody's future at this point. Like, competing.
Yeah, that's one of the other issues I have outside of just physical safety is the fact that you're ruining these girls' lives.
Like there's girls, like the fact that now automatically when you transfer over as from a man to a woman, you're automatically at an elite level in girls competition. So that's
no disrespect to women. That's just honesty.
That's just honesty, and
you would have to be like Kobe Bryant. You'd have to be like an extreme rarity to have the physical capabilities to compete with a man with even skill level. Because if y'all are even on skill level, it comes to physical advantages, and the men are almost always going to win. Almost always. If y'all are similar in weight and height, or if he's within 20 pounds of you, he's probably going to win that battle. And that's no disrespect. It's just the reality of the situation. It's just how we're built. Our muscle fibers, our bone density, everything's built different. There's a reason that we don't compete together.
Yeah. And so, see, that takes away one spot already from another girl who has been a girl her entire life and who has been working hard her entire life and whose livelihood this actually is to get out of whatever situation like they need or they want. Like you're taking away an opportunity from somebody at that point. You know,
it's not even just opportunity. At what point are we going to say stop? Were we going to wait until all the records for female athletics are held by transgender men or transgender women that were previously men? And then what are we going to say? Were we going to put them... Like, we need to have transgender categories, transgender sports. That's what they need to organize. They continuously talk about how they want equality and they want... what's the word? Well, like, for lack of a better word, attention to, like, the human rights issue. You're trying to fix one human rights problem by creating another one. If you want to do it, you have to do it properly. You have to create an organization or organizations. You have to organize these things. You can't just say, they're going to just, like, it's the same thing with the bathroom issue. That's a whole nother subject that I don't want to get into, but it's like, if you want this, you have to do it properly. You have to do it systematically. It's not just something you can throw out there and just hope that it works. It's not something where, like, we deserve this and yeah, human rights, yeah, like, we have to do this together as a proper systematic breakdown of what it means to be transgender and how we can properly integrate them in society the same way they did with racism, the same way they do with immigrants. When you're an immigrant, you come here legally, they give you an opportunity to learn English, get a proper education, and hopefully either go to school or start working. But you're integrated systematically. You have people that check on you or see how your progress is in school. You have ESOL, things like that. The same thing with transgenders. We have to develop a way where they have their own Olympic competition within the Olympics. If it means an extra couple days, that's fine. I mean, people only watch the events they like.
The only reason they wouldn't like that is because they feel excluded, which is the main thing that they don't want. See, that's what gets on my nerves. Yeah,
it's not about exclude. I mean, like you already excluded because you said you didn't feel like what you were. So like you started out excluded.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Now they're looking for somewhere to be included in. You know,
to me, I don't mean to disrespect some of these people.
I don't mean to disrespect
but it's either. Like, a lot of y'all are just looking for attention. Especially from the man side, because it's like, you can't seriously go and compete with women. Like, this isn't even like a bash on trans, it's just wrong. Like, how are you going to go... Imagine your mom, and imagine she's about to break the world record for something, and she's denied by a woman that was formerly a man and grew up as a man. It's not like she had surgery or she started taking estrogen at like 12.
It's just a man. It's just a man who like woke up.
This is a man that woke up at like 25 and was like, "I'm going to go compete in women's sports because I'm a woman now." Like, that's just disrespect from a competitive standpoint. That's like Messi. That's like Messi and Ronaldo at like 38 saying they want to be women and playing soccer.
I find it amusing because the people who most support like men that transition into women and then competing are people who don't compete at all and who have never competed
exactly,
in anything.
Because they don't understand.
Because they don't understand.
Men versus men is already tough enough. Like you can body somebody shoulder to shoulder with somebody that's your size. And you're like, damn, that nigga's strong. So could you imagine doing that as a woman? She's not even gonna say, damn, that nigga's strong. She's gonna go flying. Like I just don't get this. This doesn't make any sense.
It's a matter of fairness in competition.
The women's long jump is going to be held by a woman that used to be a man. Women's fastest track times held by a woman that used to be a man. And then women are going to be like, y'all don't believe we can get the record? Honestly, no. There's a reason that if you look at the men record...
There's a reason why they got the record, and it's because...
There's a reason that they're separate. If you look at the male records and the female records, there's a reason that there's a decent-sized gap between the two. I could just look at like Usain Bolt's records right now. If I look at the female version, I guarantee it's like a 2-second difference. If not more than that. And it's not a disrespect to women. They're just built biologically inferior or physiologically inferior. It's just what God intended. And if you're not Christian, it's just what the universe intended.
It's just how it works.
It is what it is.
It's how things are. Like I don't know why people always feel the need to like deny that. Like
that things are the way they are.
Like some things are the way they are. You know?
Like, if you're born black, you just got melanin. Like, unless you're going to bleach your skin, that's not going to change anything.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't... Like,
It's
the
hard
leaves,
to
the leaves
describe.
fall off the trees in the fall, dog. Like that's just how it is. Like you know what I'm. That's just the leaves fall off the trees in the fall. Like that's just how things are. Like can you debate that with me? You can't. You can't debate that with me.
When the Earth rotates and we're on the cold side, it's called winter. It just is what it is.
That's how it is.
And
That's how the world is.
That's just how the world functions.
You know, like that's just how things are.
If we didn't have bugs, we'd be dead. It just is what it is.
You know, like you can't. There's just things that you can't debate, and that's when.
Could you imagine? You couldn't survive on this planet if there weren't roaches. Think about that. If there weren't roaches and flies, ants, maggots, you wouldn't be alive. That's mad. But if we left this planet, all humans left this planet today, all other animals and plants would flourish. Just think about that.
Yeah, that's how the food chain works.
Unfortunately.
But I feel like people who would debate this topic about transgenders would understand how the food chain works.
Well,
Vegans
they
and shit.
wouldn't understand?
Yeah, because they're like all vegans and shit. Like they would understand.
They're vegans.
I don't know.
I just don't understand where this logic. It's not logical at all.
It really isn't.
This is coming from.
I'm telling you, it's coming from people who don't know competition.
Either don't compete,
yeah, who don't know competition.
They want to join in. One of two.
Like,
and as a female that's becoming a man and competing, no disrespect, but why?
And it's like, you know what's crazy is
why would you put yourself at such a disadvantage?
You don't hear about female competitors transitioning into men and then competing in men's sports. You don't hear about it at all.
I'm pretty sure it's at least happened once.
I know.
But they probably got smacked.
I know it's happened, but see, like, look at why is it in any headlines? Because they got smacked around.
They probably
because they got smacked.
Serena Williams
Because they got smacked around.
Especially Serena, more so than Venus, have been some of the top tennis players in the female division for like the past 10, 20 years, right? They compete against these college students, high school college students that are 500th ranked. They're ranked 500 in the world. 500 in the world out of however many thousand, blah, blah, blah. 500. And they didn't win a single set. They got smashed. The U.S. women's national team starting lineup, these are the world champions, played against 15-year-olds in Dallas, Texas. And they got smashed like, what was it, 6-0 or something stupid?
It was like 4-2, I think.
No, I'm pretty sure they got beat 6-0.
Or it was like 5-0.
I'm pretty sure they got smashed. Point being is they got clapped.
They lost. I don't know if they got clapped.
No, I thought that they got clapped. Maybe I read it incorrectly. Or maybe I read the wrong article. Which one are you looking up? The girls?
Yeah, I'm going to look up the girls. You look up the Serena Williams one because I want to see that one. Definitely look that one up because I hadn't heard about that.
It was just a man? No.
Yeah, see, 5-2. It was 5-2.
That's a clapping, to be honest.
I mean, it is. It's still
close.
a clapping.
That's not close.
It's still a clapping, definitely.
What the heck?
And they all took pictures and everything afterwards. Like, go crazy. As far as Serena Williams losing to a college student, I want to see that. Serena Williams loses to male tennis player. When the world
he was actually 203. I said 500. 203. So my sources were incorrect, but he was actually 203 ranked because they said they could beat anyone ranked outside, and she lost 6-1 in terms of her sets. And they said they could beat anyone outside the top 200. Now think about that. They didn't even say outside the top 100. They said outside the top 200. And these are the best players. Well, at least Serena was one of the best players in the world for a very long time. To take into account that that's absurd. She aces Novak Djokovic twice. The point being is
Serena 6-1 and then Venus 6-2.
He beat Venus 6-2. And Venus is the lesser of the two. No disrespect, Venus. I like you, but Serena's definitely one better. You know what I'm saying? Keep it a buck with you. But, like, the moral of the story is women cannot physically compete with men. Period. There's no disrespect. It's just how it was meant to be. It's just how the stars aligned. Mm-hmm. So for men to do that is wild.
And it's like, it's not saying, this isn't to say that there are, because some also people get it messed up.
There are also some female freaks. There are some female freaks.
that
I don't mean that in a bad way.
It doesn't mean that there's not women that are stronger than men or are better at something than men. Like Amanda Nunes would piece me the fuck up right now. If we got
I don't know about that, Amanda. You probably tap me out because I'm instantly going for a takedown.
Bro, Amanda would piece.
I'm going for a takedown.
No, we're talking like in a fist fight. Amanda would piece me the fuck up.
Like I said, I'm going for a takedown on the spot. You can choke me out, but I'm not getting pieced up. I'd rather get choked out than pieced up by Amanda. That's just me.
I'm getting pieced up or choked out by Amanda Nunes, and that's just how it is.
I'm getting choked.
However, if we're talking about the most elite men and the most elite
we're not even
women,
if we're talking about basic, not even the most elite, we're talking about contender series. If you know anything about UFC, Dana White contender series, you take a 135 or put him against Nunes, he probably beats Nunes, and that's not even like a stretch because the physical strength capabilities of a 135er as a male, if they weigh the same weight, if they literally weigh in both at 165 fight night, Amanda Nunes lose that fight. A 165-pound man is almost a million. I'm a million% sure they're stronger than 165-pound women, unless they're like morbidly obese. That is like the only way, and even then, he probably just lay on her. Because 165 as a male, I know this sounds crazy because it's the same weight, but it hits different than as a female. The muscle fibers and the way we're built is just different. Our hormones are different. Like y'all, women push their bodies a certain.
I actually do want to see that. Though, not gonna lie.
What,
I want to see Nunes fight a man.
I don't think I want that. I want to see her get clapped.
I want to see her fight a man. I would pay pay-per-view money
to see Nunes fight a man. Yo, Nunes box Mayweather. I pay for that.
No, dude, no. She would get fucked up. No, like somebody off like the contender series. Like that would be fun.
I don't know. Like I don't think we could ever get that happen.
Some scrub like that got bounced like in the first round.
The dude that just lost in the first round of this of the Ultimate Fighter this year. He's actually pretty good too.
No, but they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, from New Jersey. I mean, I think Contender Series fighters are better than Ultimate Fighter.
You think Contender Series fighters? Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, when you think about it, look at like Sean O'Malley, Khalil Roundtree. I'm stretching really bad. I'm trying to think of another one.
I don't know.
Sadiq Yusuf, that Nigerian.
No, Slick Ultimate Fighter fighters are better than
what?
Slick.
Contender Series has only been around for 2 years, but I think people that come from the Contender Series from a starting point have more skills than the Ultimate Fighter.
Like let's say like on the Ultimate Fighter, like back when you still had to fight your way into the house, like one of those scripts who couldn't even fight their way into the house.
Fight the way into the house. No, that's different. I'm talking about now, when they just picked them. Old school different, but now when they just picked them out.
See, now that they pick them out, though, they're all actually really good, is what I'm getting at.
I mean, I think with the way MMA is, everybody's legit, to be honest. Everybody's not elite, but everybody's legit. You know what I mean? If you fight an MMA fighter off the streets, you go get slapped out.
Yeah.
MMA versus boxing, MMA wins every single time. Don't try me that.
In a street fight? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 110%. Yeah. I just hit you with a leg kick. Thwop. You're like, what is that? Boom! Hit you with overhand, fight's over.
But yeah,
unless I get slept.
I
know he's about to leave, so we're gonna do some quick hit predictions. All right, Euros. France got knocked out yesterday, so who's winning?
England or Belgium?
Wow, you're moving mad.
It's the winner. It's either England or Belgium.
England or Belgium. Okay. UFC 264. Let's go over the fights real quick. O'Malley's fight's off, but we can look at the rest of the card. I want to get your input on those before we leave. Speaking of which, he'll be here, but I just want to hear what he says. That way he can't backtrack on it. It's already recorded. You know what I mean?
God.
All right, so here we go. Sean O'Malley, that fight's off. All right, Irene Aldana over... No disrespect, who cares? Taito Iwasa versus Greg Hardy.
I got Taito Iwasa. I'd be surprised if Hardy even makes weight again. I think Taito Iwasa really has it. I mean, Hardy, he's just not really committed anymore. He's struggled to make weight. You know, I don't.
I think he's just big, get too big. You know, you start doing boxing.
It's not even that. It's just the fact. It's the lack of commitment to the sport.
You think he's not committed to the sport? It's a bit harsh, bro.
I mean, he's missed weight the last two times.
He missed weight at heavyweight?
Yeah.
Man, you're moving mad. You need to cut down a little bit. Yeah,
exactly.
Stop
he's missed weight at heavyweight.
I'm telling you, those burgers. Burns Thompson is going to be a Barnes. I feel like Thompson's going to take him out second round. I'm going Thompson second round.
If they can stay on the feet, I got Thompson.
Even if I don't think Burns is going to take him to the ground. If he goes in and blitzes the way he blitzes normally, he's going to get touched up bad.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I think I have if it can stay on the feet, then it's definitely Thompson. And then main card, I have my main man, Dustin Poirier. Or my main event, I got my main man, Dustin Poirier again.
All right, you got to pick a round this time. I'm going Connor, second round TKO. I don't think Dustin goes past 2 this time.
It
could even be first, but I'm going second round TKO.
I'm going I'm going fourth round TKO.
4 rounds.
4 rounds.
Those dudes hit too hard. I don't know. Dustin's not really a power puncher, though. Not taking anything. Yeah, but he kind of broke his leg more so than knocked him out. His leg was dead.
He knocked him out, though. I mean, the point is...
I'm not saying he can't fight. Like, I don't know why would I say that. People are offended. Like, he's not a power puncher.
He's not a power puncher, but he still knocked him out.
40 punches just to get him down. If we think about it.
But at the end of the day, though, you can't use that as an excuse to say that he's not going to... Because he can knock him out.
Yeah.
You can't say, you can't invalidate.
I'm not making excuses for Conor. I'm simply saying Dustin's not a power puncher, so I believe. Right,
but like you said that in response to like my prediction. But it's like, especially with Conor, if Conor loses stamina for the like later rounds, definitely
he looked good in the last one. No, what I was thinking of, I was reimagining the last fight and thinking about that last combo that he used to finish and how many punches he threw before Conor. He actually landed a couple, and before Conor actually went down. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
No, he's never really been he's always been a volume striker.
He's really a volume striker.
He's always been a volume.
He couldn't even knock out Holloway. Not that Holloway goes to sleep. He did have Holloway on like skanky legs.
He's always been a volume striker.
He had Holloway on them skankies.
Same thing with Holloway. Holloway's not a but
but Holloway hits like 19 punches in 30 seconds.
Exactly.
Dustin's not that fast.
No, but I mean, they're both volume punches.
Yeah. They're both volume punches. That fight was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, do you remember that fight right before you leave?
Which one?
The Holloway Poirier fight.
No,
did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it, but I don't remember much of it.
Okay, because I watched it and I thought Holloway won 3-2. I just thought he had a giant vagina on his face, so he was going to lose the fight.
No, when I did watch the fight, I thought Holloway had won it.
I thought Holloway had won it.
I mean, I thought Poirier.
You thought Poirier won it? I thought Poirier won the first round. I think Holloway won 2nd through 4th, and then Poirier won the 5th. Because he started landing some takedowns and he had that giant...
See, that's the thing, because I know for sure, like, basically the same prediction. I know for sure Poirier had won the 1st and the 5th. And then I think it was it the 3rd or the 4th?
Holloway was touching.
Because the 3rd and the second, I think it was maybe the 4th round that was kind of up in the air who had won it. I can't really remember though. But it was like the 5th round is always the round that always sticks with you the most as a judge. So
you think so?
No, yeah.
I feel like it shouldn't be like that. You should just judge each round. Like if you're going to judge a quarter in basketball, you're going to be like, the 4th quarter counts as more. No, it doesn't.
But it's usually whoever wins a rule of thumb, in my opinion, is whoever really wins the 5th round in a close fight is who wins the fight because there's so many toss-up rounds.
All right, so John Jones, Dominic Reyes, who won that fight?
Dominic. But John Jones won.
But
John Jones won that 5th round.
He won the 5th
and he ended up winning the fight. And he ended up winning the fight, though. That's what I'm getting at, though. It's like the 5th.
He won the fight, but if you're honest, and if those judges were real judges, they would know that he.
But I'm saying that's what I'm getting at. The rule of thumb is win the 5th round, and it's a key to you winning the fight.
He won the 4th.
Even if like you don't really win the actual fight, if you win the 5th round, it's still a key to winning the whole fight.
Truth be told, though, Dominic Reyes got robbed.
Yeah.
And then John Jones left the division, and he's been getting pieced up since. But he's been getting clapped. This has been lovely.
Thanks for having me. Y'all take care.
See you July 10th.
See y'all. All right, man.